Hey everyone, welcome back to Bridge the Gap podcast. I'm Lauren.
And I'm Scott.
And a happy 2-week mark for me before I venture out of the country.
Yeah, 2 weeks from tomorrow.
Yes.
That's crazy. Goes
I'll
fast.
be home in 2 weeks today.
Huh? Cool. Right on, right on.
God, I just dabbed like it's
close.
2016 again.
Yeah, you just dabbed. I don't even
I did just.
That's a good clip right there.
It was the patriotism in me. Okay,
Yeah.
the dab started here in America.
All right.
And we can talk about America because guess what America just did? Dominated the Olympics, by the way.
Well, they didn't dominate, but they were definitely the best Winter Olympics we've ever had.
I was going to say we got second. I mean,
know.
for the Olympics, that's, quote, not our Olympics. We did pretty well.
We did pretty well. Yeah. I mean, it was awesome, obviously. It's always cool to see us do well. Norway dominates the Winter Olympics.
They're insane.
41 total medals, 18 golds. That's and 6 of them were from that cross-country skier. Like, that guy. Yeah, did you see him?
Yeah, I watched some of his stuff.
I'm going to absolutely butcher his name, but Johannes, that I feel pretty confident about.
Yeah, that one's good.
Hosflot Klæbo. So Hoesflot and then
Hose.
And then Klaebo. But dude, that guy is he competed in 6 events and got 6 golds. Like, he was 6 for 6.
That's gotta be skiing. Like great for Norway, but could you imagine being like on a team with him? I'd be like, all right, like, can you go away?
If you're on the team with him, you're like, thank God, because I'm getting a gold on these relays because of this guy. Like, that guy, that is just a whole nother level of athleticism. Like, anybody that's gone skiing or snowboarding and you kind of go off the beaten path and you kind of have to get yourself back on the path. Like, it's a whole nother level of athleticism. Like, I have so much respect for that guy. 6 for 6. But
respect for all the Olympic athletes. And especially for Winter Olympics, like, seeing the tiny countries that are primarily warm still get to come and like take a shot at it. I'm like, you like get a little emotional. Like, obviously I'm going to root for the United States, but like when one of the warmer countries is like projected to win, I'm like, you do it.
Yeah.
You do it. It's like there's only 2 of them in the entire Olympics. And I'm like, you do it. And I hope you win.
Yeah. No, it's always cool, right? Like, yeah, like, it was crazy. What's crazy to me about Norway, like, I was talking to your mom about it. So if you think of the map, right? I know it's tough for you to do, but you have Norway, Sweden, and Finland, right? Like,
they're 3 little
peninsulas, right?
Yes. Okay. Got it.
Part of the peninsulas. So they're all kind of like the same.
Yeah.
Very ignorantly speaking from a guy in South Carolina, but
an American perspective.
Right, geographically is what I'm talking about. I know they're different in cultures and all that kind of stuff. So I'm not
Do they speak different languages? Okay. Because Norwegian and then Swedish.
It's okay, I'll let you work it out.
What are the people in is Amsterdam?
Amsterdam is in the Netherlands.
Right.
Formerly called Holland. They speak Dutch.
Okay, that's what got it.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm sorry. Blame the American school system. This is not my fault.
Dude, you have to take some responsibility for it.
I'm blaming COVID. World geography was during COVID, y'all. Don't yell at me.
But like, to your point, like, it's always cool when you find, like, it's weird to me, right? So Denmark is right below them and they only got 1 silver medal. And I know population has something to do with it, but it's not like there's a huge population in Norway and Sweden either. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or Finland. Belgium, which is pretty populated, only had 1 bronze medal. And it's all kind of cold. Like, geographically, they're not that far apart. Now, I understand northern Norway and Sweden and Finland are way colder, but I've been to Belgium. I've been to Denmark. So it's always so odd how like Sweden finished they finished with 18 medals. So by no means did they have a bad time. I mean, they were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10th.
Right.
But they're right next to Norway, who did 41. Like it's just, you know what I mean? Like it's just kind of odd how that happens. And then Finland only had 6. So it's just kind of like,
wow.
What is it about the Norwegians that are just so dominant, as they should be, right? I mean, it's
genetics
there a lot, right? But they're all, I don't know. It's just kind of
genetics,
crazy.
I guess. I don't know.
But to your point, then you got these warm countries like Brazil got a gold medal. And
good for them.
Yeah. And New Zealand got 3 medals, which it gets
good for them.
New Zealand, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like Great Britain only got 5 medals.
That surprised me.
Yeah, Australia got 6. So Australia, for the Winter Olympics, got more than Great Britain. Yeah.
Interesting.
It's so interesting how the medals shape out. But man, awesome Olympics for the United States. I mean, there were so many
I was happy
stories.
for that figure skater too, the girl, and I'm so sorry. I think her name's Alyssa Liu or something like that.
Yeah.
Who retired from figure skating when she was very young because of how tumultuous it was on her mental health. She came back to do the Olympics just for fun and got the gold medal in her free skate.
Right.
Like just for fun. But that's what's so beautiful. She took a break when she realized it was too much, but she obviously still loved it. So she still did it in her free time. And now she won an Olympic gold with like no pressure because for her, it was just, I made it, I guess. Like, yeah.
That was awesome. It was devastating for the men's figure skater.
Ilya.
Yeah. I felt so badly because he was such the favorite. He was so dominant. And then he just had a bad day, you know, and that's what makes the Olympics so crazy is you have these unbelievable highs, like the women's bobsled team, you know, I think the single, the mono bob, and then you had the 2 woman bobsled, and they were both like they've been in the Olympics a lot, like they're like in their, I think one of them was like 41.
Gosh.
And she medaled, you know, so such huge stories. And then, of course, you got the hockey. I mean, oh my God.
East Alaska. Alaska. Never boo our national anthem ever again. I dare you.
I just can't even. I like the women. I'll be honest. So it's Callie Humphreys and Jasmine Jones is who I'm talking about. But I think Callie Humphreys. Oh, no. Myers Taylor won a gold for the monobob. And then Kylie Humphreys and Jasmine Jones won the bobsled, the 2-woman bobsled. Bronze. Sorry. I freaking stroked out there. But I just want to give them the credit, you know, not just.
And then the curling duo. That shocked everyone.
Yeah, the men's and women's that was pretty cool. I was bummed that the women's lost the bronze medal match. That was kind of a bummer. But man, the hockey, holy crap. That women's hockey team, holy shnikes. Like I work from home, so I can break away and watch stuff. And they were unbelievable. I will be honest, though, I was really frustrated at them in that final because I was like, dude, you guys scored 26 goals and didn't let a goal in.
Yeah.
And now you're playing Canada, who you just beat 5-0 just a couple days ago. And now you're struggling. Like, what? I wanted an easy
gold.
Yes, you know what I mean? Like, because come on now, you know, but they pulled it out. And that was such a fun game to watch.
How amazing, too. Like, I just can't even imagine the highs of what it must feel like to win an Olympic gold.
Yeah.
Like, especially, and we'll get to this after we discuss all the sports, but especially if you have pride in your country and where you come from, to know you did it with that name on your chest, like I can't even imagine how amazing that has to feel.
Unbelievable, right?
It's everything you've ever worked for.
Well, yeah.
Especially women, because I know there's like a pro hockey league for women, but like it's not like the NHL where it's a comfortable paycheck and they can just go right back to it with no problem after the Olympics. Women, there's a lot of sports where the pro sport isn't as recognized. So what an opportunity to go and prove yourself to the entire nation.
Yeah.
Because it's stuff like that that gets people to watch the pro women's sports.
Absolutely. I mean,
it's amazing.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, obviously there's a women's hockey league, but it's not like the Olympics, right? It's kind of like soccer, right? Like the U.S. national team in soccer, that's a huge, way bigger deal than their normal league, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, like kudos to them. And your mom can vouch for me. When that girl made the pass, I was like, what a pass. And then when she made that inside out move or that outside in move, I was like, oh my God. It was unbelievable. So, kudos to the USA, everybody. I mean, you had the what is it? The aerials, what do they call it when it's not just one sex, when it's both? I can't freaking remember what it's called. Like co-ed. No, it's not co-ed. What the hell, man? Why am I so stupid? Anyway.
I don't know either. I just say that different sex. I'm just like men and women.
We sound stupid right now.
Listen.
Freestyle.
Sometimes the official names for things, though, are just stupid. Okay? Like, why can't we just say co-op?
Yeah, that's not what it's called, though.
But why can't we just say that?
Damn, dude. Like, I can't remember what it's called. It's so stupid. Like or
we can say
dumb.
Intersex, right? Because it's two.
No, that's not.
We can call it the intersex.
Anyway, it was 2 men and a woman, and they crushed it. Like they won by a ton. And I was super stoked because the girl, and like I said, I hate that I don't know everybody's names. I'm sorry.
But it's a lot of athletes to try to remember, guys.
She was one of the favorites for her solo jump, and she didn't medal. So to come back and win it with the team was amazing. And then I think the captain for that team, it was like his 4th Olympics, and like 4 years ago, it was him and 2 other people. And then like 2 years ago for the World Championships, it was him and 2 other people that were different from the Olympics the 4 years before. So it's like the ability to maintain that level for that long. I mean, it's just unbelievable. I love the Olympics. It's so crazy.
I do too.
I love them because being a former athlete, not nearly at their level, but I can understand the sacrifice and the commitment and the tired days and the pain and the surgeries and, all that stuff to go through it. And then you get the shot, and for a lot of these people, it's just the one shot, like,
that's it.
That's why I felt so badly for that figure skater dude. I know he'll be back, but you work your whole life and you get there and you have the worst day of your life, like you won the world championships like 2 weeks ago and then you freaking stumble, so
yeah.
But anyway, kudos to all the athletes. I know we're talking about
there's still some of those that I disagree with, though, like the I'm gonna say the co-op figure skating, the duos, where France won gold. But if you watch their routine, they were out of sync the entire time. And the USA's co-op group was projected to win. They were in sync the whole time and they got silver. Yeah. And I'm not saying that just because I'm an American, because listen, if we lose fair and square, we lose fair and square. That's how the Olympics go. But, and I'm not educated in figure skating. I like to skate. I'm not the greatest at it, but I think it's fun. So by no means am I able to pass judgment on points or, growing up watching my friend do gymnastics, I can watch it during the Summer Olympics and go, oh, that's going to be a point off because I've watched it and I'm aware of what to look for. But with figure skating, especially with duos, if you're spinning out of turn, like out of sync, I know that's a point off because it's kind of like dance.
Right.
You're supposed to be in sync. So when they announced that France won the gold over our group, I was like,
Yeah. So before I move on,
and one of the judges was French. Whatever.
What? It's called mixed team aerials, is what it's called. I couldn't fucking.
So we could have just said.
I couldn't pull that out of my ass. I really couldn't. I made it way more complicated than it needed to be, but yeah, I think
seriously, I said co-op and you lauged at me like I was way off base. I was closer than you were.
It just sounded wrong. But yeah, the judging thing is always so weird to me. And I watched some of the half pipe for both men's and women's snowboarding half pipe and the skiing. And man, the announcers are like, I don't understand what these judges are looking at. Like, and so you're always kind of like, that's kind of the bummer part. It's like,
yeah,
you know, because I don't know. Sometimes I know subjectivity is part of the event. It always has been. It probably always will be. It's not like, you know, it's not like someday with balls and strikes where a computer's going to do it, you know, for baseball. They're already starting to introduce that.
Yeah.
But but it just seems so wrong because it's once every 4 years.
Yeah.
Like that subjectivity, you're just like, what? You know, and listen, I snowboarded in my life, and I just went snowboarding a couple years ago, first time in a long time, and was able to hop right on and go down and bomb it. Like, so I understand how to snowboard. And I've gone in a half pipe when I was much younger, and nowhere near what these guys are doing. Like, I got a couple feet off the lip because it's scary as shit.
I could never.
Because it's like, you know, well, you might. I don't know. Have you ever jumped off a high dive or anything?
Yes.
Okay.
Remember at my camp when it was like a 50-foot jump and I just had to full send it because they won't let you climb back down?
Yeah.
It was so scary.
Well, that's way higher.
And then I just kept doing it. It was great.
Yeah, that's way higher than what I was thinking about. But I remember, so in my high school in the summer, before I was in high school, they would open up our pool, right? Mm-hmm. And back then you could have high dives because we weren't a bunch of sissies. So they would open up the pool. You could go up there, you could swim. Didn't cost you. I don't think it cost any money. And so when you're little and you climb up to the high dive and you look down, it's like it's only 10 feet above the water, I think. But then the pool's like 18 feet deep or something like that, looks right?
Forever.
So you see like 28 feet or 30 feet and you're like, holy shit, right? Like you're scared. Well, that's kind of how the half pipe is. Like it's so steep and high. So when you get up and even if you're just a couple feet, you look down, you don't see that the lip is just a couple feet below you. You see the bottom, which is like 15 feet away, and it scares the shit out of you. Like anyway, little glimpse into my world. But I've done the half pipe. Nowhere near what these people do. Like what these guys and girls do is unfriggin' real. So I don't know well enough, with all that being said, to go, oh yeah, what the hell are they thinking?
Yeah.
Right? Like, but when you have an announcer that's a former snowboarder, I'm guessing, and he's like, I don't understand what they're looking at. Then you're like, what the hell are they looking at? You know, like you buy into it, you know? You're like, yeah that was bullshit.
You're like, that's what I was saying.
No
I was just thinking that.
It's so true. It's so funny.
It is.
It's
well,
so
it makes
funny.
me think too, now that we mentioned like the high dive, I love watching that in the Summer Olympics too. I will say, and I know I keep mentioning them, but it's just because I'm very partial to the Summer Olympics. There's a lot more events that I like to watch, but also that's because not only am I in the United States, where a lot of these Winter Olympic sports are very foreign to me, I'm also in the Southern United States. So they're double foreign to me. Okay. Like I have no idea where y'all go to train for some of these things because I'm like, there's no way y'all are in Charlotte training for the bobsled. Like, where are you going? You know? So like, but I love watching the high dive. And I remember at that camp, some of the things that, and we've talked about this, about how the younger generation now is a little bit of a sissies.
Yeah. 100%.
Because and the parents are sissies too, because I would go to that camp and y'all would just be like, don't die.
Yeah.
Like that's it. Don't just please come home. Like that was it. If mom saw the height of the tower that I climbed and jumped off of into a lake where I couldn't even see past the surface as a 10-year-old kid, it was amazing because I felt like I was flying, and I did it like 6 times after I did it the first time.
Yeah.
But it was really tall.
Yeah.
If mom saw it, she'd be like, no way in hell you're going on that. Because as you climb it, you go through these tiny squares, because there were like 3 levels to it. These tiny squares to keep going to the top, and it would sway in the wind. It was so not safe. Like, if a safety like health instructor, whatever those people are, if they came, they'd be like, yeah, you have to take that down. Like, there's no way kids should be jumping off that. But side note, look into my life. I did some things that nowadays parents and kids would be like, I can't do it. I can't do it.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, your mom and I are the epitome of Gen X parents.
Yeah.
I mean, we're
don't die.
Just, hey, you know, I mean, that's why I always told you, hey, be safe, make good choices, you know, like,
yeah.
Because at some point you're on your own, like you are now, and you're going to have to make good choices, right? The world is not soft. No matter how soft people are in the world continues to be brutal, right? So yeah, and listen, some of the Gen X parents are soft. I mean, they're like, well, it was hard on us, so I'm not going to make it hard on my kids. We were kind of like, we'll make it easier for you on some things, but on some things, man, sometimes you got to just jump. And that's what life is, you know? So yeah, we were totally like, yeah, drive fast, take chances, but make good decisions. See you later.
Yeah.
You know,
drive fast, but wear your seatbelt.
Wear your seatbelt. And I did buy you and your brother, your cars were very safe with airbags, and they're good model cars. So, you know, I mean, as opposed to mine, which was a 72 Volkswagen Bug that had a rusted out floorboard. So I had a piece of plywood on the passenger side over it.
Nice and safe.
Yeah. Oh, no airbags. Clearly. Shit, if you don't have a spare tire and a Bug, then you get on a head-on collision. There's nothing stopping that car from coming right through you because there's nothing in front. The heater was just recycled exhaust. So the fact that I didn't pass out of freaking carbon monoxide or
haven't had lung cancer or anything,
well, I mean, maybe I do, or maybe
no, don't say that.
But yeah. So obviously, like, we want you to not go through the same crap
and like when I was learning how to rollerblade or skateboard and bikes, you guys would be like, wear your helmet, wear your knee pads. But then after a few times when I stopped doing it, you were like, well, she'll learn eventually.
Is she either?
And guess what? I learned.
If she feels confident enough to take them off and still do it, then good on her. If she falls, she's going to learn. So
I always took them off too early.
Yeah. But
I always did.
Before we move on, I gotta mention the men's hockey team too. I mean, they were wow, unbelievable.
Yes.
What a freaking game. I was
Did
so
you know
nervous.
They won on the 46th anniversary to the date of Miracle on Ice?
Yeah. And
how amazing.
And did you know one of the players' grandfather was on the gold medal team in 1960 and his uncle was on the gold medal winning team on 1980? What a legacy. Crap, right?
What a legacy.
Yeah, I was so nervous during that game. Like, I mean, let's be honest. Canada, it's their main, I mean, it's really
not anymore.
It's really their only sport, really. I mean, you know, for the most part. And and so listen, I will say this, and I didn't post it on Facebook or anything, but they played really well. And
Canada played
amazing.
Amazing.
Both men's and women's, let's be honest.
How we won that game, the men specifically, the women I had a little more faith in.
Well, they were so much more dominant.
Right. But how the men pulled out that game will always amaze me.
Well, it's the heart. Hopefully it's what people consider the heart of the American spirit, right? Like, we are never say die, never give up, right? And so I literally jumped off the couch and yelled, "We did it," when he scored. Like, I'm 50 years old. I acted like a little kid. But that's what the Olympics and sports do, you know?
Yeah.
And
I was watching it in my car on my phone, sitting outside of work because I had the opening shift, but I was like, I can't miss this.
Right.
So if anyone drove by my car during that goal, I probably looked insane.
So great. But yeah, it was just amazing. And the Hughes brothers and the interview after about being proud to be an American, and the Kachuk brothers, and it was just so freaking awesome. And so the one thing that I will say, well, I have two things, but the one thing I will say is Canada, I have nothing against Canada or Canadian people. Friends of my parents they live in, I think, in Toronto. That's where they were. They lived in San Diego and then they moved back. So I have nothing against them.
From everything I've seen, Canada's gorgeous. I'd love to go there at some point.
100%.
Yeah.
But I felt like they were sore ass losers by what they said and how they acted. Like, now you're going to come out and say that the overtime rules are unfair. Well, that's how the NHL's done it, and so they adopted the NHL rules. I didn't see or hear any controversies going into the Olympics or bitching and moaning that the overtime rules shouldn't be this way. You know, one of the players is like, you watch the game, tell me who was the better team.
Yeah, he was a sore loser.
It's like, dude, listen, I don't play hockey. I've never played hockey, but it is one of my favorite sports to watch. It is literally one of the best sports to watch by far. And I have watched enough hockey in my lifetime to know that even in the Stanley Cup, when you have a hot goalie, it doesn't matter how good your team is. If the goalie is on fire, then
you're done.
Then you pretty much win. That team will win. I mean, that's just how it always is like that. You can
Well, that goes down to soccer. That goes down to baseball. If the defense is on fire, like some of it, if the defense is on fire, then listen. It's like the Super Bowl. The Seahawks, their defense on fire. So guess what?
Right. I think in this case, in hockey, you can.
I know it's a little more
you can have a goalie that's out on fire, but if the outfield players are stinking it up, eventually the other team's going to score. But in hockey, if the goalie's on fire, it's unbelievable. And I've seen many, many, many Game 7 Stanley Cup finals where the goalie was, they call it, standing on his head, saving everything, and got outshot by 20 shots. And that team lost because the goalie was so good. And this was no different. So the fact that they came out crying a little bit like that, listen, I understand it's disappointing, but take it with some take it like you would if you lost the Stanley Cup finals. If you played Game 7 against him and he stood on his head and saved everything and you lost the Stanley Cup, you'd be like, hey, that goalie was unbelievable. They deserve it. Hopefully we'll come back next year, right? Connor McDavid's had to say it with Edmonton. Yeah. I mean, everybody that's ever watched hockey has experienced that.
Yeah.
So the fact that they come out now and they're bitching about the best team didn't win, or
also y'all win all the time, bro.
The
y'all
overtime
win all
rules
the time.
are wrong. It's like, come on, man. Win with dignity, lose with dignity. It's
also a very bold thing to say that the overtime rules are wrong when you're gonna go back and play for the NHL.
That does it every time.
When those are the rules you just called out the NHL indirectly,
right,
which is not going to reflect well on you when you come back either.
Yeah.
There's going to be some words for you when you come back.
Yeah, it just seemed like, listen, it just seemed low. It just seemed like, you gotta lose with dignity. You lost. Listen, I know you outshot, and I know they call it. I know you tilted the ice for significant portions of the game.
Yeah,
but don't mistake the fact that we didn't have our chances too. They kept saying it could have been 4-1. Well, we hit the post a couple times too, right? Like, just slow the roll, lose with dignity. The women did it a little bit too. They were a little bit sore. But
the fans were nice though.
Yeah, but
from what I saw,
they weren't as sore as the men.
Yeah,
and so good on them. But truthfully, I mean, the U.S. women's were by far the most dominant team in the tournament. But anyway, good on the guys, good on all the athletes, good on the girls, everybody. Just such a cool couple weeks.
And I know I'm teasing a lot by saying East Alaska. I know it's going to make some people upset. I'm just joking. Again, I'm just patriotic in my country for actually showing up during the Winter Olympics. We don't get to see that very often. This is the first time in my lifetime, to put in perspective, that I've seen men and women win a gold in hockey.
I think it's the first
time. To put that in perspective. So that's why I'm making these jokes. I understand Canada's dominant. That's why I said y'all win all the time. So just let us have this one moment, please. Yeah. Okay. Just this one moment. Let us make the jokes. I know you hate us anyway. That's all right.
Right.
But I'm just having fun. Canada, you're gorgeous.
Well, yeah.
So that's all I have to say.
Everybody relax a little bit, right? Like I think
take a chill pill.
Listen, it was awesome. I'm good. I'm proud of the guys. I guess they're going to be attending the State of the Union tonight, which is awesome. Yeah. I mean, what an honor. And that is the one sour thing. And we've hit on this a billion times, but like, can we just like, I don't say the F word on this very much, but can we just fucking put the politics away sometimes?
Yeah.
Please, for the love of God. Stop. And you can make this a clip. I don't care. Because I'm not saying anything that is against a certain party or this or that. I'm saying in general.
Yeah.
Can we not politicize everything? And I think Mike Tirico did an exceptional job after the men's final with his monologue after we won it about how the power of sports and the unity and all that stuff, because I truly believe that Mike Tirico is an exceptional broadcaster, and I love hearing him broadcast everything that he does. He's just so good, and he summed it up so well that the unity of sports can surpass anything, and it can unify people, not even in the same country, right? I mean, it just breaks boundaries, and that's why it's such a cool thing to have sports. And then you got all these assholes that are denouncing the U.S. men for attending the State of the Union. And like, I think somebody put like the Huffington Post or something that was like, if you're sickened by all the United States patriotism, we're with you or something. And it's like, what? Like, are you kidding? Like, why can't we be proud to be from here?
Right.
Like, why can't we be proud of American athletes that do well, and even that don't do well? They bust their asses to get there.
They work so hard. And I agree with you, because I think what I was really hoping for with these Olympics, which we saw kind of until this moment, was it was very unifying.
Yeah.
It's a very healing thing. The Olympics were the chance for all of us to look at each other and go
America.
We're not that different.
Go USA, or go
USA. Go whoever.
Go
you can cheer on the person on the other team.
100%. I was rooting for the Norwegian dude. That's why I brought him up. I was like, this guy's amazing. I want to meet this guy, you know?
And like Alyssa Liu, who won the gold, Japan's figure skater who's like 16 years old, won the bronze, started crying, and Alyssa Liu goes over and hugs her.
Yeah.
Like, that's what it's about. That's what this is for. And I was really hoping, with the state of the world right now, that we would take this opportunity to see we're not all that different. We are all here on this earth to try to accomplish our dreams. And I was really, really hoping that the Olympics would do that, especially for the United States, because we're in such a state of disarray right now.
Well,
so to see all of this, but I live here, so I can only really speak on here.
Right. No,
so
you're
to see it
totally
kind of
right.
taking such a sour turn at the end of it really is a bummer, because we ended on such a good note.
Yeah.
And it just feels like all the effort is just like...
I know. It just disappoints me. And I'm not going to go on and on, because everybody has social media. Everybody's seen it. There are people out there that are denouncing this and that, and how could you be proud to be from the USA and stuff. And I'm like, listen, there's nothing wrong with being an American. There's nothing wrong with being proud to be an American. Just like there's nothing wrong with being proud to be a Mexican, even though the drug cartels and the wars that are going down there are unbelievably crazy.
Unbelievable.
Like,
unbelievable.
Just because there's
like
faults,
Godspeed to the citizens.
Absolutely.
Honestly.
Just because there's faults in your country doesn't mean you can't be proud to be from that country, you know?
Like, you have faults in yourself. Are you not still proud to be who you are?
Right. Most of them,
the same.
Maybe not.
It's the same thing.
Maybe that's why they're so miserable. I don't know.
Maybe.
But, you know, that's one of the things that always I don't understand that because there's so much nationalistic pride in the world. You know, like I've traveled a lot.
Yeah.
And I've been into some really shitty countries, and they are shit. But the people are proud to be them. You know, they're like, hey, I'm not going to mention this country, but they're like, I'm blah, blah, blah. And it's like, dude, your country kind of sucks.
And they're like, yeah, I know, but.
They're like, yeah, but that's where we are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, listen, there's a lot of third world countries where the citizens could really not be proud to be from there. And a lot of them leave to seek better opportunities, hopefully legally, but seek better opportunities, right? But they're still proud to be from there.
Yeah, so they'll still hang their flag and practice their culture.
100%. So why is it so backward here? Like, listen, we don't do everything.
You don't see any of those people going anywhere else.
Right, exactly. Like, we know we have faults. We know our leaders are not perfect. And I know people don't like our current one. And there was a lot of people that didn't like our previous one. And so, but that doesn't reflect every single American or the 250 years we've been here. Like, we can be proud. We have traditions and we have our own standing cultures of things to be proud of. And so it just bums me out because we just spent 30 plus minutes talking about how great they were. And to your point, people have to be like, they have to crap on them a little bit.
Yeah.
And it's just like, God, can we just not put that away?
And I will say it's sad too, because I see it a lot with my generation. Being in a primarily red state, I don't see it as much. But I know people who openly will dislike the United States. And listen, that's their opinion. I'm not going to tell them they're wrong for feeling that way. But I will say I'm very proud to be American. I was thinking just the other day, even though y'all have seen me drink out of this same London mug and you probably think I haven't washed it in like weeks, but I have. And I talk about, you know, Peter Pan and how much I want to go to Germany and how much I want to go here. I was watching yesterday while doing some schoolwork. I was watching Encanto, the Disney movie. Takes place in Colombia. Takes place in Colombia.
Great movie.
I was like, God, Colombia is beautiful. And I love that culture. Like, I love Spanish culture. But I was just sitting there and I hope no one takes this the wrong way, but I was like, yeah, but I'm just so proud to be an American. Like, I love other cultures. And I think that's why I love being American so much, is because we have so much culture here. It's not just American culture, but it's a melting pot. That's why we're called the melting pot.
Right.
Because we've got Russian restaurants, we've got Italian restaurants, we've got Mexican, Ukrainian. Like, you can find all kinds of cultures here. And that's why I love being American, because it really is, in my opinion, the greatest place in the world. We have faults, we do, and we have a lot of them that need to be addressed politically, socially, culturally. A lot of things need to be addressed, sure. But like the example I used earlier, if you can look at yourself and recognize that you have faults, but still accept yourself to love and be proud of yourself, why can't you do the same thing to your country? That's just my opinion. Obviously, I'm not going to tell any of you that your feelings are incorrect. I just don't understand them completely, to be honest. But that's just because that's how I think of it in a very personal sense. I know that sometimes my anger can get the best of me. I know that I'm a little too rash to make decisions. I know that sometimes I don't make decisions fast enough. Okay, like, I can accept some of my faults, but still be okay and be proud of who I am as a person.
Yeah.
So like, that's just kind of where I come from as a group sense.
Right.
Like, we should all be coming together right now and going, hey, we're screwing everything up, but like, let's fix it so we are proud to be American. Like, you know, I don't know.
Yeah, I think, listen, I have very strong opinions, and I do feel like there's certain things that we do that are great, even today. And I think there's things that we don't do great. And I've been to many, many countries. Luckily, fortunately, soccer has exposed me to that. And I can...
Yeah, should I pull up the mullet picture?
No. I can confidently say that that's true for every country, right?
Yeah.
Like, so the fact that some people have to stand there and act like they're so above what the other side thinks or believes, because we have to have sides, we can't just be Americans, is so disheartening when it infiltrates things that it has no business being in. You know, like sports. Listen, I've played with every type of player, from varying backgrounds. You know, Hispanic, Black, white, Eastern European, Western European, South American. I know that kind of fits into Hispanic, but I don't want to segregate, right? Like, I've played with them all. And you know what bound us together was the game.
The game.
We didn't care. You know what I mean? And so it's sad, and I know I'm a broken record. It feels like it's every week, but without it being a political show, because we don't want to be that, it's still present in our life every day. And so, unfortunately, in my opinion, I think it's
I don't think
terrible.
it's ever supposed to be this prevalent, to be honest.
So I'm just going to keep banging my drum to say, can we please just calm the political rhetoric with everything?
Tired of it.
You know, like, God, these poor athletes busted their asses their entire life, and they get invited to go to the White House. And whether you like the president or not is irrelevant. That's an honor. You know, like, listen, there's people, you all have jobs, most of you, hopefully, and the majority of you have bosses. We don't always agree with our boss, but they've earned that position, and you have to respect the position. And if they ask you to do something, you do it, and you're honored to do it because you enjoy your job or you enjoy your career or whatever. You know what I mean? There's been bosses that I've absolutely loved and would run through walls for, and there's bosses that I didn't like, but I still did my best. And that's kind of how I view elected officials is, listen, they did the work. Whether we agree with them or not, they're there. And even if it's just a city council member, well, then, you know what? Get off your ass and run for yourself and put all the work in and change if you want to change. But to sit here and blame people because of that, or they have politicized something that's so unifying is, you know, so anyway, I'll get off the horse. I will reiterate though, thank you, Mike Tirico. What a great job of breaking down all that in such an eloquent way that it made me feel proud. And I almost get emotional talking about it now because it's just so important to me, you know, like, and I'll tell you what, I'll be a big sissy. I almost cry every single time our national anthem is played in the Olympics. I literally get choked up, and sometimes I have to like look away and get myself back together. I don't know where that comes from, but I wish that, or maybe I don't wish, maybe it's more of I hope I'm not the only one, and I hope that kind of gets better and better and better, you know.
But you're not the only one. At college football games, when it plays before the game, I like legit get emotional. Maybe it's because I've been drinking a little bit before the game. But like, nothing's better than being in a stadium full of people. And patriotism. Yeah. That's America in a nutshell.
That is. That really
Patriotism and beer, bitch. But it's true. Being in a college stadium, full to the max, 40,000 people just singing the national anthem, and then the Jets go overhead, and everyone starts screaming, and we're about to watch America's sport football. I'm like, and I get emotional every single time.
Yeah, and
I even get emotional during the Super Bowl when they do "America the Beautiful."
Yeah, such a good song.
How does it start? Is that the one where it starts with like,
oh
beautiful yes. For spacious skies. Yeah. Forever things of green.
Waves.
For purple mountain.
And just for the record, because and for the record, I feel the same if there's a different president in and he invites the Super Bowl winning team. Go. Like, that's a huge honor. Even if you don't agree with them politically, it's a huge honor. So I don't want any of the freaking haters coming out going, oh, you know, blah, blah, blah.
Who gave this man a microphone?
Yeah,
that's my favorite comment that you get.
Oh, it's great. I love it.
Who gave this man a microphone?
Well,
me, actually.
I live in the United States, and there's a thing called
free will,
and I can just buy them. It's just, that's what makes this country so great.
Free market.
Free market. You can say what you need to say and want to say, and you don't have to go to jail for it unless
you're being like a hate crime.
You're
then
hate criming, and we're not hate criming.
No.
So yeah. So for all the haters, it's like, who gave that guy a microphone? Maybe you need to listen. I'm very fair and balanced. I may not agree with one side over the other, but in this instance, put all that crap aside. You earned an amazing accomplishment.
Yeah.
Go be recognized and embrace the moment, because it may never happen again. Right. Like,
and congrats to all the athletes, for 100%. Real. Not even just the United States, but like everyone who went to represent, even if you didn't have the result you wanted. Hopefully it was just amazing that you went to the Olympics in the first place. So I hope everyone at the Olympics had a great time.
Yeah. It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's a good topic.
Hopefully we have some, no, never mind. That joke might be too far for the podcast.
Well, then don't do it.
Well, no, it's not really. It's just about, okay. Well, I guess we've talked about kind of that before. Well, like, you know what everyone says is that the Olympics, they always have a lot of
oh, yeah, there's a lot of hooking
protection.
Up. Yeah, there's a lot of hooking up. Oh, yeah.
So maybe we'll get some prodigies.
Yeah. Listen, you don't have to be a genius to know there's a lot of hooking up that goes on in the Olympic
There's
Village.
a lot of good-looking people there.
There's a lot of amazing athletes and great physiques and good-looking folks.
Yeah. Y'all have fun, man.
A lot of fun, you know?
Good for y'all.
Listen, I got more power to them. If you're single and you're not hurting anybody, good on you. Have a good time.
If you're not single, though, keep it to yourself.
Yeah, don't say anything. Outside
keep it
of
to
that,
yourself.
I don't know. Can you see my nose? Right,
what do you mean?
Can you see the mark?
No.
Oh. Well,
I can see it on your cheek.
I got a couple places frozen last week at the dermatologist.
Really?
Yeah, it happens every year. So the good thing is, for now, knock on wood, I took care. Listen, I grew up in San Diego. I was at the beach and on the soccer field as much as I possibly could. Now, those of you that knew me back in middle school and high school, I might not have been at the beach as much as you, but I did go a lot because I live in San Diego. And I was on the soccer field a ton. And, you know, I didn't always, let's be honest, it was the 80s. I didn't wear sunscreen every freaking moment I was out in the sun. So as I got older, I've done it more and more. And so luckily for me, I mean, you can see my complexion. I'm still just a once a year dermatologist visit. I don't have to go every 6 months, thank God. And so, you know, a few years ago, it was probably 2015. A few years ago, that was 11 years ago.
That was 11.
Holy shit.
That just made me sick to my stomach a little bit.
I just had a heart attack, small one. Holy crap. One of my pumps stopped working in my heart. Like, whew. A few years ago. Yeah, 11 years ago. But I went to the dermatologist and he was like,
oh, it hurts.
Where did you grow up? I was like, San Diego. He's like, you were in the sun a lot, right? I was like, yeah. He goes, you have the worst lower lip
I remember this
I've ever seen for someone your age. So I was in my late 30s, right? So he froze my entire lower lip. Like I was out for like a week. It was brutal. And ever since then, I go back every year. And usually, like, there's a little spot on my forehead. And they'll flip, you know, they'll freeze and it goes away. And so this time it was here and here. So it's usually, I bank on it every year. But, man, over the weekend, it was so gross. But anyway, that's what's going on with me. Oh, and they clipped a mole off of my butt. Yeah, I was like, what the hell? So just so you know,
you had to drop your pants at the dermatologist.
They always pull it down a little bit, like to your crack level. At least.
Oh, I have to go full.
Do you?
Because of my eczema, so I have to get a full body. Like I have to pull the gown up and do a spin.
Yeah,
you know how humiliating that is.
You gotta love it. Well, he asked about they ask about my genitals. They're like, everything okay there? I'm like, as far as I know, yeah. But this was news to me. So my dad, his first section of melanoma was on his butt. Like, we're not talking like way down on the cheek, like where you sit, but up on the higher end, like almost like this, just below the waistline, you know?
Yeah.
And I didn't.
Well, I have one there.
I didn't know that, right? So when I went and saw them last Friday, he looked and he was like, "How long has this mole been here?" I was like, "It's been there for a while." He's like, "Well, there's a mark next to it too, so I'm gonna cut it off and we're gonna test it." And they did. And it's the.
Do you have stitches in your butt right now?
No, they don't go that bad.
I thought they were doing a full biopsy.
No, they cut off. I mean, but let me be honest with you. Where it is, it's constantly rubbing on your underwear or where you sit, you know? Ooh. So I've had a Band-Aid on it every day since Friday. And if I forget it, then by the time it's like, oh my God, this is a little sore. So two things. Number one, you can get skin cancer even if your section of your body never sees the sun.
Yeah.
I didn't know. Honest to God, 50 years old, I didn't know that, you know? So it just goes, it just goes to show you that cancer can be anything, anywhere, anytime.
Yeah.
Because I just always attributed skin cancer to the sun. I know that sounds ignorant now, but it made sense to me. So that's why I always face, you know, my face, my arms, my feet, you know, when I'm out in the sun. I never put it on my butt. It's always covered up, you know? So you can. So ladies and gentlemen, if you're listening and you don't get
more gentlemen.
Yeah, if you don't get
ladies
checked,
swimsuit bottoms
that's
kind
true.
of
They show, yeah. So anyway, make sure you get checked. And then the second thing is the mole came back. It's fine. There was no issue. So
I've had a few get cut out because they were worried about it. I had that mole junior year. Remember they cut out of, or senior year, they cut out of my armpit and they were like, "We're worried this is precancerous." And I'm like, "What?"
Yeah. Right.
I was like, "Can we not do this right now?"
Yeah, that was crazy.
Like, I don't have time for this. I'm a senior in high school, dude.
Right.
Like, and I had to go to the football game. It was our very first football game. And I had stitches in my armpit and I forgot. And so we scored a huge touchdown and I threw my arm up, guys. That hurt so bad. I still get like phantom pains when I think about it. Yeah. I'm like, oh, like my armpit will start to itch. Yeah, I should go every 6 months because of my eczema, but with me being away, it's kind of hard for me to do that.
Well, you're gonna have to, or you find
one down here.
Yeah, you find like an office that works with, because the one that we go to is all over South Carolina.
Yeah.
So they might have like partner branches that may not be theirs, but they know them well enough or something.
Yeah, we'll take the insurance.
Yeah.
Because I can't pay out of pocket for that.
So anyway, that's all that's going on.
Well, if we're talking medically, I fear it's time to make the wisdom teeth appointment. I'm only saying that because on this side, it's basically broken through completely.
Yeah, well.
And it hurts really bad to chew, and it's breaking through on this side. I fear over the summer we're going to have to...
You're not going to have to... You can't wait till summer if it's hurting you that bad.
No.
When is spring break?
The week after I get back from London. Don't do this to me.
Listen.
Don't follow the best week of my life within the worst.
So for everyone that's listening.
I can't take 2 weeks off of work, Dad.
We've been talking to Lauren for the last like 4 years. To keep
they told me sophomore year of high school I need to keep an eye on them.
Yeah, and she didn't. And we kept asking, and you know, barring like opening her mouth to look in there like a horse, we were trusting her to tell us the truth, and she didn't. And for the record, your brother had him done over the Christmas break, and he was fine after like 2 days. So the fear factor that you have is ridiculous. It's not that big a deal.
He also has been doing procedures his entire life.
Not like that.
No, but he's stronger than
try.
I am
Whatever.
when it comes...
Good try.
Hey, let me finish. He's stronger mentally than I am when it comes to anything medical. We talk about the getting blood drawn story. I was fully 15 years old. having a meltdown. My brother, tiny little tater tot, did it just fine. Okay. Like, he's always been better than me when it comes to medical stuff. So I didn't tell my parents because, guys, I'm terrified. Like, I can't do it.
Well, now it's going to be worse. It's going to be worse.
I know. I'm aware.
So, all right. Well,
but I can't take 2 weeks off in a row. So we're going to have to figure out another time.
Well, if it's a long weekend, we can maybe do it then.
I really can't.
Like on a Friday, and you'll be back.
Friday.
You'll be back by Monday. You'll be fine.
I think you're giving me a little too much credit there.
Yeah, I had them taken out. It's not that big a deal.
Yeah, it's well, because for a while, like, this one had poked through, and I noticed it, but it didn't bother me at all. So I told Mom when it first broke through. I was like, Mom, it broke through, because I knew I needed to. I knew I didn't need anything. But I told her that, and then we did that consultation however long ago. And they were like, yeah, you should get it out by Christmas. Guess what?
That was like 3 years ago.
It was like 2 years ago. Yeah. I was like, I never got it out by Christmas. And then I never mentioned it again. Yeah. But now I can't chew on that side. So,
yeah, time to get it done.
Yeah.
Time to get it done.
Yeah.
Stupid.
I'm so scared.
Stupid.
Well, hey, then I'll be like your little 5-year-old girl again, and you can take care of me.
Yeah, I won't.
What? You literally, guys, I have him on record the other day. I was sick as a dog last week, and he said, any chance I get to take care of my little girl, I will.
That's true.
I have it. I'll pull it up.
Yeah.
So you know what? You can take this opportunity.
I ordered you medicine.
Yeah, so now you can take this opportunity again and take care of me for multiple days.
I don't know about that.
Under your watch.
I think I have a job to do or something.
Thanks, Dad. Love you so much.
Anyway.
Oh, God.
Well, I think that's it, right? We're at the end.
Yeah, we don't have much else to update y'all on. It's been just, keep on keeping on.
This is the end.
This is the end. I'm singing Adele.
I was doing the Doors version.
No. There's our generation. Well, okay, I will give myself credit, though, because I know the version you were singing. You don't know the version I was singing. So,
no.
There's my credit for the day, guys, the way.
If you knew that was the Doors version, then I'll give you that credit. That's funny.
That's hilarious.
That was awesome. That was perfect.
We both went, oh, there it is.
There it is, yeah. That was perfect. See, that's a good 25-second clip right there.
Yeah, it's a good way to end it.
Good way to end it.
On a high note.
Yeah.
But yes, so next week will kind of be the last one.
Before you go on your vacation.
Before I go, yeah.
Right? Well, we could maybe do it.
Well, because we film Mondays.
Right. Monday, Tuesdays.
And then, and then I'll be home, not next Sunday, but the Sunday after. So we could. I just don't know if I could get it cranked out by Wednesday because my flight's Wednesday.
Well, you don't have to get it cranked out until Thursday. So
well, yes, but if my flight's
if we shoot Monday, then you'll have all day Tuesday to edit and just get it ready to post on Thursday, even from over there.
Also, guys, the horror. I have to get my blood drawn at 9 a.m. the day of my flight.
We're going to talk about this at the next one. Like
the horror.
Your fear of certain things. It's kind of like the pill stuff from last week. Like, I don't know. I got to help you somehow. Because I can sit for a tattoo just fine. That's why Hayden laughs at me, because you're a mess, dude.
I sat for a rib tattoo that most people cry through with like not even a flinch.
You're a mess.
I know.
All right.
But it's okay. So we'll see you guys next week. We may or may not have one the week that I fly out. We'll obviously, once we work more of the days out prior to my flight, we'll update y'all on that with next week's episode.
Absolutely. And we picked up a couple more viewers on our Facebook page. So thank you guys for subscribing and liking and commenting. Likes and comments go a long way when it comes to algorithms. So even if you watch just a 20-second clip of a 45-second clip, then like it, share it, comment on it. We really appreciate it. And
And my last thing that I'll say is just be kind, y'all.
Yes.
We're in a really rough time. I at work the other day made this woman's entire day, and week, she said, just by being kind to her and her family at my job.
Yeah.
So kindness goes a long way for people, especially in rough times and rough situations. So let's all just,
that's a good thing.
Remember, let's cut each other some slack and just treat people with kindness.
And listen,
that's what Harry Styles says.
Oh, well, you ruined it then.
We can.
But that is a good thing to say, because you can disagree, but still be kind.
Yeah.
And I think we've lost that. So be kind, right? Like, I don't agree with everything that everyone in my life, friends and family, say, do, believe, but it doesn't mean I need to not be nice to them, you know?
Yeah.
And I work in the public, and God only knows that some of those people don't deserve me to be kind to them, but be kind.
Be mean behind closed doors, but like be kind to their face, because some people need it.
We're all going through something, you know?
Yeah.
That reminds me, and it's a good way to close it out, but the actor that many of my generation grew up with, and maybe yours too, because he was in the Hillary Duff show.
The dad.
Yeah. The Revenge of the Nerds. And I'm drawing a blank right now, because I'm a moron. But
it was like Robbie.
Of the Nerds.
Robbie Cow. It starts with a C.
Robert Carradine.
See, there we go.
So, talk about needing to be kind. It's a great way to close it out, because I forgot about this. But he took his own life after suffering from bipolar disease for, I guess, it wasn't his whole life, which is interesting. I didn't know that
bipolar can come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so, it's be kind. Like, you never know what people are going through behind closed doors or in their lives, but he was apparently, I didn't know this either. He was part of a huge acting family. I had no idea. And Martha Plimpton, who was in the Goonies, he was her uncle. I didn't know that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I had no idea. And she said he was the nicest, most talented one of all the family, even though they're all really good actors, But I'm glad you said it. Be kind, because you might disagree with us. You might disagree with U.S. hockey going tonight. You may disagree with, Revenge of the Nerds showing boobies back in the 84 movies. But you have no idea what people are going through, and it doesn't mean that you have to be mean about it. Just be nice, be accepting. And if you disagree, you disagree, and you have your reasons, and that's okay too, But but Godspeed to him.
And his family. Eric Dane too, who just passed away. I think that's his name.
Yes.
That one hit a lot of people, moms and daughters.
Whew.
Did you watch his... I'm not Grey's Anatomy, but...
Did you watch his last recorded thing to his daughters? Oh.
Oh, I don't think I have the strength to do that right now.
But, really another example of being kind.
Yeah, be kind. When you're a kid, this is the last thing I'll say, and then we'll let y'all off the hook. When you're a kid, you get the whole saying, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. That's to teach your young children to not take everything so personally and just brush some things off. Sometimes words do stick with people, and sometimes those are the last words that stick with them. So choose your words carefully. I've not chosen my words carefully before, and I felt guilty about it. I've had people not choose their words carefully to me, and I hope they feel kind of guilty about it, to be honest. But just be kind. You never know what someone's going through. Reach out to your friends, reach out to your family, and other than that, let's hopefully just, like we say every time at the end of these episodes recently, let's get back on track, guys.
Yes, get back on track.
We are fan. I got a lot of singing in this episode, man.
That's impressive. But anyway,
I'm just gonna put all these clips together.
Good, we need them.
The soundtrack for this episode provided by Lauren Gray.
We need a blooper reel too.
Yeah.
But anyway, good way to end it, kid. That's a good message, and I hope everybody enjoys that. So
yes, thank you. Cool.
All right.
Awesome.
Thanks everybody.
Well, Thanks all y'all, and we will see y'all next Thursday.
See ya.
Peace out.
Bye.
Bye.